I walked into a luxury restaurant wearing a simple suit. Within minutes, a billionaire started laughing at me.
Did you borrow it?
He said loudly.
Or is this your best attempt at looking important?
A few people turned. Someone whispered.
I don't think he belongs here.
Phones started coming out. And then, what happened next, no one in that room expected. Before we continue, comment where you're watching from, and if you enjoy stories like this, subscribe. The restaurant wasn't just expensive, it was curated. Every table placed with intention, every guest selected. People didn't come here just to eat, they came to be seen. And the moment I walked in, I broke the pattern. No designer label, no attention-seeking presence, just a simple navy suit. Clean, quiet, unremarkable. And in a place like that, unremarkable stood out. The hostess greeted me with a smile, but it paused halfway. Not enough to be rude, just enough to be noticed.
Reservation?
Yes.
I said calmly. She checked her screen, then looked at me again, then back at the screen. A second longer than necessary. A third. Then,
This way.
as I followed her inside, the shift began. Eyes didn't turn all at once. They drifted, one by one, measured, evaluating. A couple near the window leaned slightly.
Is he with someone?
The woman whispered.
I don't think so.
Then why is he here?
I kept walking, because reactions feed moments like that. Silence controls them. I was seated near the center, not hidden, not highlighted, observed, perfect. The waiter approached, polite, professional, but careful.
Would you like sparkling or still?
Still.
He nodded, then hesitated a fraction too long, as if deciding whether to ask something else. He didn't, but the doubt stayed in the air. I opened the menu, and right on cue, a voice cut through the room.
Hey!
Not loud, but intentional. I looked up slowly. The man at the next table was already watching me. Expensive suit, heavy watch, confidence that expected an audience. And right now, he had one.
Did you come here straight from a job interview?
A couple of nearby guests turned. He leaned back, studying me.
That suit is doing a lot of work.
A quiet laugh from his table. His companion didn't hide it. She enjoyed this. I said nothing. That made him lean forward, interested now.
You know what this looks like? This looks like someone trying to blend into a room that doesn't want them.
The room shifted. Attention tightened. A guest across the aisle slowly lowered her fork. Another turned fully. Phones, not raised, but ready. The man tapped his glass lightly.
People like you always think confidence enough. It isn't. You need access.
He let that word hang. Access.
And that's not something you can fake.
A soft chuckle spread. Not loud, but present. The waiter returned with my water, placed it down, then quietly asked.
Sir, are you certain you're seated correctly?
There it was. Public. Controlled, but deliberate. I looked at him.
Yes.
He nodded quickly, but stepped back, uncertain. The billionaire smiled wider.
See? Even they're trying to figure you out.
A man behind me whispered,
This is getting uncomfortable.
but he didn't intervene. No one did. Because in rooms like that, power decides truth. And right now, he looked like power. The man leaned forward again, voice sharper.
Let me make it easier for you. This place isn't for experimentation. It's for people who belong, and you don't.
Silence, heavy, clean, intentional. I closed the menu slowly, looked at him.
Are you finished?
He laughed loudly, too loudly.
Oh, he talks.
His companion smirked.
This is going to be good.
He leaned closer, voice lower now, more personal.
You walk in here dressed like that and expect what? Respect? That's not how the world works.
I picked up my glass, took a sip, then said calmly,
Thank you.
and went back to the menu. That broke him.
You don't get it!
He snapped. Louder now. Heads turned fully.
This isn't a place you just walk into. You earn it, or you buy.
That line echoed, and for a moment, everything slowed. Because that sentence was about to cost him everything. The energy shifted first, subtle. Staff moving differently, a quiet exchange near the entrance, a manager appearing, watching, listening. The man didn't notice. He was too focused on the audience, still performing, still winning in his mind. And that's when I said, quietly,
You mentioned buying your place here.
he smirked. Yeah? I reached into my jacket, slow, measured, no urgency, no performance. Pulled out my phone, dialed.
Yes,
I said, pause.
I'm ready. Finalize it.
I ended the call, placed the phone down. He laughed again, but it was thinner now.
What was that? Calling someone to impress us?
I looked at him.
No. Completing something.
He frowned slightly.
Completing what?
And that's when the manager walked over, directly to my table, not his, mine. The shift was immediate. The room went silent, not gradually, completely.
Sir, everything has been processed.
The manager said respectfully. He handed me a folder, minimal, final, legal. A second man stood behind him, then another, not staff, observers, witnesses. I opened the folder briefly, signed page already marked, closed it, then looked at the man.
You said people buy their place here.
Pause, eye contact,
So I did.
silence, absolute.
I now own this restaurant.
No volume, no emotion, just truth. And just like that, the room changed. Phones lowered, posture straightened, eyes dropped. The same people who watched now avoided being seen because the narrative had flipped completely. The man stared at me, processing, failing.
That's not possible.
He said. The manager responded calmly.
It's been finalized within the last 5 minutes.
The man's face shifted, confidence draining, control gone. His companion said nothing now, didn't move, didn't smile.
Authority isn't volume, it's responsibility. And you used yours to humiliate someone you didn't understand.
The room listened, not watched, listened. A woman quietly placed her phone down. Another guest looked away completely, because now this wasn't entertainment, it was consequence. I turned to the manager. Close his table.
Close his table.
The man blinked.
What? You're done here.
Flat, final.
You'll settle your bill and leave. And you won't be returning.
No anger, no shouting, just removal. Controlled, complete. He stood slowly. The same man who laughed now couldn't find words, didn't argue, didn't resist. Because power, real power, doesn't need to raise its voice. As he walked out, no one followed him with their eyes, because he no longer held the room. I did. But I didn't look around, didn't acknowledge it, didn't need to. I picked up my fork, continued my meal, calm, unchanged. And just before taking the next bite, I said quietly, just enough for the room to hear.
This was never about the suit. It was about how easily you decided someone didn't belong and how wrong you were.
Silence. Deep. Lasting. Because moments like that don't end when people leave. They stay. They settle. They change how people see, how they speak, how they judge. And that night, in a room built on appearance, people learned something uncomfortable. Respect isn't assigned by status, and power doesn't always look the way you expect. Sometimes, it walks in quietly, sits down unnoticed, and waits.